Welcome students. Today we are going to learn about sound. So I have already given an overview of sound. And I will give you the link of that lecture in the description and in the video as well. Go through that and then it will give you a basic overview and definition what a sound is, what is the pitch, what is the loudness in sound, how does it propagate through the medium like air, water, and any solid substance, what is the speed of sound, what is the maximum range human ear can hear a sound, and what are the surfaces that absorb or reflect the sound, right? So it will give you the overview of sound is. Let's recap one thing that about sound is a definition of sound. So sound is a form of energy that gets produced by vibrations, right? So in this lecture we are going to dig deeper into that and understand few of the concepts. So what I have explained in the last lecture is pitch, right? So pitch of a sound is measured by the frequency, okay, and loudness is measured by the amplitude. Now to understand sound, you need to learn along with frequency and amplitude, you need to understand time period and oscillations. Alright, so what is a pitch, a frequency? Alright, so number of oscillations that happens per second is the frequency of sound, right? So let's say you have a pendulum, right, and then there is an object that is oscillating. Oscillating motion is movement of an object from a central point, an equilibrium point, back and forth, right? So that is one oscillation. So moving from the center point to the left and to the right and to the left, and then coming back to the center point. So this is one oscillation. So in this oscillatory motion, the higher the number of oscillations done per second, higher the frequency is, right? So that is called the number of oscillations per second, right, is called the frequency, and then frequency is measured in hertz, Hz, right, hertz. Now the amplitude is the magnitude, the maximum displacement from its center position to the farthest position. That is the magnitude of that oscillation. So higher the magnitude, higher the amplitude is. So amplitude is measured in decibel, right? So these are the two main concepts that you need to understand. And what is the time period? So time period is the time taken to complete one oscillation, right? So time is inversely proportional. So time, the unit of time is seconds, right? Right? So time is inversely proportional to frequency, right? What does that mean? Higher the frequency is, lesser the time is, right? So if some object is vibrating very fast, so the time period to complete the number of oscillations per second will be lesser, right? If the frequency or the oscillations per second is low, then the time period taken to complete one oscillation is higher. So that is how the time period is calculated. Now let's take an example of a bird or a lion to understand it better. Okay, so bird are chirping, right? So bird chirping, whenever you hear the bird chirping, the vibrations is very high. So you call it a high vibration and high pitch sound, right? Because the number of vibrations when the bird is chirping is very high, that's a high pitch sound, right? And let's take an example of a lion roaring, right? So roaring of a lion is a low pitch sound, low pitch, right? Because the vibrations is lower, but the magnitude of vibration is high. That is, this low, even though this is the lion roaring is a low pitch sound, but it has a high amplitude. right? So that's why you feel that lion's roar is a loud sound while bird chirping is a feeble sound, right? So this is an example to understand. So to pitch and loudness. So loudness depends on the magnitude, right? So higher the magnitude, higher the sound will be, and the pitch depends on the number of vibrations per second. So hope this is clear what pitch, loudness and frequency and amplitude is. We'll discuss more on sound in future lectures. Thank you.